go. Hey everybody, welcome to another round of Canje Plays, and we're back for more Eldritch Horror. An oldie but a goodie. Yeah, a lot of people like it, a lot of people hate it, but I love this game. It's my favorite sandbox game. It's my favorite Lovecraftian game that's been created. I got to play Azathoth last time, and tonight we're going to be playing the Antediluvium. So I want to go through each one of these and use all the boards and start introducing more and more of the newer stuff that's on here. So I've re-sleeved all the cards so they're not blindingly glaring in your face as we play. And yeah, we're going to have a good time with it. Right? Yeah. So before we begin, I just want to say thanks to my patrons, subscribers, and if you're neither coming in to hang out, thank you and welcome as well. Hey Elaine, how's it going? Hope you're doing well today. Jess, hello. Jess says, have fun. I'll be watching later, but may the dice have mercy. Jess, you have just cursed me to fail. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. We're playing with still the main board, but like I said, as I go through content, we'll be adding the sideboards, and we'll be doing all the fun stuff as we go through each of the ancient ones, which is fantastic. I talked about in my previous video at the beginning all the differences of the house rulings that I do to kind of keep the game up to date. And also, break a leg then, yeah. If you're curious about that, you can check out that video. I've also posted somewhere what they are kind of fully broken down. And if I didn't link those in the description, I will add it to the description because I'll make a Google Sheet and post it all on there for you to see. So we'll be playing with those rules that we have just to make it some fun for everybody to enjoy my death. So let's go ahead and get down to the table. Look at our investigators. This now, last time was the old farts playing. This time, we're going with the book nerds. So the book nerds are going to be playing through this one, and it's going to be fun. So let's get down to the table, have some fun with it. Book nerd time. So, as you can see, no glare happening anymore. It's blinding your eyes and hurting your vision, which is fantastic, because I've taken care of a lot of this. So, we set up the board. We're playing the Antediluvium, which we're going to show in a minute. Let's introduce our investigators and talk about who they are. Our first one is Daisy Walker, the librarian. Book nerd. Action. If you are in a city space, test observation. If you pass, gain 1 tome asset from the reserve, or 1 random tome asset from the deck, if you want. This will all be, it's all the same thing the way that I set up the reserve and the decks, as I did in the last video, and we've talked about that already, so it's pretty much the same. When you perform a rest action, you may perform 1 additional action on a ritual or tome possession you have. Cool. She's got 5 health, 7 sanity. Book nerd. Lore, high, great. Will, even better. And influence is a 3, which is fantastic, but she's not strong. She's not strong at all. So let's talk about Daisy. Daisy starts in Istanbul, Turkey. She will start with the old journal unique asset and 1 arcane insight spell. Daisy worked in the library of Miskatonic University, overseen by the noted scholar Henry Armitage. She quickly became an expert on the school's collection of strange and occult texts, mastering the obscure subject matter and archaic languages. Through her study, she came to believe that humanity was facing an impending threat. Armitage believes in her conclusions, and he sent her to Istanbul to continue her investigation. It is their hope to discover some means of rescuing humanity from this inevitable doom. So, her book, the old journal, unique asset. It's a tome asset, and it says action, test observation. If you pass, you discover information that may prove useful to your cause. Flip this card. So, we'll see what it does when we flip that card. And then we also have her Arcane Insight. I've shuffled this deck, and I've already talked about how I homebrewed this, or house ruled this as well. So Arcane Insight. So it says choose yourself or another investigator on any space and test lore -2. Roll 1 additional die for each tome possession you have. If you pass this investigation, gain 1 clue, then flip this card. So that is what she has for her build out. Our next investigator will be Mandy Thompson, the researchers. Like I said, book nerd. So Action. Draw 2 clues from the clue bag, spawn one of them, and discard the other. After resolving a research encounter, if you gained exactly 1 clue from that encounter, gain 1 additional clue, which is fantastic. She's also 5 health, 7 sanity. Her observation's insane. She's got good influence and lore. Strength's a little weak, and will's a little bit weak. So she starts in Shanghai, China. She'll get the magnifying glass asset and 1 know thyself unique asset. So there's 3 of those. I shuffled it, pulled 1. Right? Unique assets are a little different than spells. So ever since she was a child, Mandy would read when she could not sleep. Such has been the case on many nights. Her remarkable memory and ability to correlate facts has made her a highly sought-after researcher around the world. Over time, her work has required her to read strange occult texts. These bizarre tomes have slowly caused her to suspect that an ancient being will arise to destroy humanity. Recently, the scrolls show what? The scrolls she has been reading in Shanghai have made it clear that the world is in immediate danger. So she gets the magnifying glass, which says once per round, you or another investigator on your space may spend 1 clue to reroll any number of dice when resolving a test. But you get to do that anyway, so that's probably from some weird thing that didn't happen. You get to do that anyway. Know thy enemy. Whenever you gain a clue during a research encounter, place 1 Eldritch token on this card, then you may flip this card. So this sounds like a build-up that would help. Hey Greg, what's going on? So that is going to be Mandy. Our final book nerd is going to be Kate. Kate Winthrop, the scientist. So as an action, if you're on a space containing a gate, discard 1 monster on your space with toughness less than your observation. Which is pretty cool because our observation is 4. Hey, Sean, how's it going? So our observation is 4. So with toughness less than 4, she can get rid of them, which is pretty cool. If a gate would spawn on your space, discard that gate and gain 1 clue instead. That's just her innate ability. So she wants to be on places where gates pop up. So 5 and 7. So her lore is great, observation top-notch, and she's even across the board for the rest of them. Let's talk about Kate. Quiet and resourceful, Kate has been obsessed with studying dimensional instability ever since her friend and mentor Professor Young was devoured by a beast from another world. Following a peculiar dream and a string of mysterious disappearances, Kate has come to the University of Buenos Aires to continue her research. Now that preliminary testing has been completed on her flux stabilizer, Kate is no longer content to sit idly by. She's determined to seek revenge for the death of her colleague. Go get it, Kate. Go get it. So Kate's one thing that she gains a clue to start, and she gets dimensional study. Once per round, when a gate is closed or discarded, you may spend 1 clue to place 1 clue on this card, then you may flip this card. So build up clues, then flip it. Probably do that after the 3rd one. And our old one that we're dealing with is the Antediluvium. So it will have 13 on the Doom track. Cultists are set here, so there's no sanity check for cultists. Just block 1 damage and punch it in the face. But the cultist does have a reckoning. Place 1 sanity on the Ancient One sheet. That's bad. That's bad. Set aside 5 cultist monsters and 1 deep one monster. Set up the Mystic Rune Encounter deck, and that's what we're going to be playing with this, and I'll talk about that as a new addition to this. Place 1 Eldritch token on each blue space of the Omen track, and sanity equal to the number of investigators on this sheet. Well, why is that important, you ask? Well, when a gate spawns that corresponds to a blue omen, spawn 1 cultist monster on that space. When the omen advances to a blue space of the omen track, investigators as a group lose sanity equal to the amount of sanity on this sheet. Then discard 1 sanity from the sheet. That's why. When 3 mysteries have been solved, investigators win the game. When Doom advances to 0, flip the sheet and resolve the stars align effect on the back. Each night, the stars move closer to their ultimate alignment. As we set that up for the Antediluvium. Alright, so we gotta build out these decks. I've re-sleeved them all. So this is the blue. And the blue gets, stage 1 has 1, stage 2 has 1, stage 3 has 0. So what I've found that a lot of people do to kind of help with the game is that they use these, these cards have 3 types. There is this card, if you notice the snowflakes on the side here, over here and over here, that is an easier one. Then there is the normal ones, which don't really have anything on it, right? And then finally, there is the hard ones, which have the tentacles on the side, which you'll see here, right? So you see the tentacles there? So I know a lot of people like to say the stage 1 just has the snowflake stuff, but I just shuffle it all up and whatevs. Hard, easy, whatever. We YOLO this bad boy. So we'll need 1 blue for stage 1 and 1 blue for stage 2. And that's all the blues we need. Then we'll grab the yellows. This Tigo deck. Tigo. And they have the same amount of stuff. And we need 2, 3, and 4 for this. So we'll just shuffle these up. Give these a good old-fashioned shuffle. And then 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. There. And that will be those. And then the greens, we get 1, 2, and 2. So shuffle these up. Lord only knows what I'm doing here. So it'll be 1, 2, and 2, and those are done. So this is deck 3. I'm just gonna give these a nice little shuffle. So this should have 6 in them. 3 and 3. Yeah, 6. Ooh. Don't even look. Shuffle on again. So that's 3. This one should have 6 as well, which it does. Shuffle these up. Put those on top, and then this should have 4. And I'll just give this a shuffle. And throw that on top. And that is our Mythos deck. When that runs out, we lose the game. Alright, we need to, before we begin this, we need to do this build-up. So, 3 investigators, we're going to spawn a gate. So, I have the gate stack over here that's shuffled, that I'll pull from here. And what do we have? Our gate is going to be Tokyo. Bada boom! That gate gets a monster on it. That's what it gets. So we go to the monster bag. If it was Shanghai, that would have been amazing. And we're summoning a goat spawn. So, cool. Yep, we're summoning a goat spawn on that gate. And the goat spawn toughness is 2. Kay can get rid of that thing. If she can get up there. Then we need to spawn 2 clues. Anywhere. So we'll spawn a clue on 6. And a clue in Buenos Aires. Cool. Alright, then they talked about the this is the Mystic Encounter deck, which it's kind of like the Expedition, but it's Mystic Encounters. So it's a different style. So we shuffle these up. And we take where it says, so this says that there'll be a Mystic Encounter on 8. So that's there. And then we do have to do the Expedition deck. And I'll shuffle the rest as I need them. So we're not sitting here shuffling for an hour before we play the game. Alright. Come on, you bastard. Okay. Where's this locale? Sydney. So you'll be on Sydney. Okay. The stage is set. Let's talk about our mystery. The stage is set. Boom, first mystery of 3. Let's do it, Mr. Antediluvium. Emerald Dreams. You're playing my wife's favorite game. She says you can't win because you aren't playing as Diana. Soon, Cyber Mage. Emerald Dreams. With each touch of the arcane, the dreams go stronger. Visions of an emerald city, once grand, now lost beneath the waves. Visions of its corpse upon the ocean floor. Visions of it rising to glory once again. When you pass a lore test while resolving a spell effect, you may spend one clue and discard that spell after you have finished resolving its effect. If you do, place one clue on this card. At the end of the Mythos phase, if there are clues on this card equal to the investigator, so 3, solve the mystery. So we're getting clues, solving stuff. Gotcha. That's our goal. That's our goal, what we're doing. Okay. Raid party. Well, almost. I need to shuffle the shop. So remember, I house ruled this deck, these decks into. I split this one deck up into 4. There is the general store, which you can buy items from, which is here. I split this in half because the new sleeves that are anti-glare are a little bit more beefy. So I just take the top, and that's going to be the top of the store, and then this will be stuff that is. We're just not going to look at that. So that is the general store. This is the allies. So this is the pub that we're going to go to, the pub or the bar that we're going to go to meet allies and hang out. So that's this one. We have the curio shop that has trinkets that you can use. Shuffle those up. And then finally we have, we have organizations. This is organizations and clubs that have services and tasks for us to do. Services they can give, tasks they want us to do. So that is the shop. Kind of breaks it up, lets you see a lot more than you would when you play regularly. Got my dice that's going to kill me, and we're ready to start. Okay, lead investigator. We'll go to... That would be cool to get to solve this. We need to get here, and she can do that. But she needs a clue first. So I need to get a clue, then go up there. Get a clue! You... Okay, so we'll start... Let's start with... Oh, and I'm supposed to put 3 sanity on here. That's what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Let's start with Daisy. Daisy will be our lead investigator. Alright, so Daisy, if you're on a city space, test observation. If you pass, gain 1 tome asset from the reserve. She is on a city space, and I actually want her to be here. Yeah, let's stay in Istanbul. We're going to do our test. So she's going to test observation. Does something improve observation? This improves, that improves, that improves. Oh, San Francisco's observation. Ooh. Sure, let's do it. Test observation. A partial success and a 2, so that's a fail. So that's no good. The next thing she'll do is she's going to buy a train ticket. So she will buy a train ticket, and that ends her turn. Mandy. Oh, Mandy. You are not a fighter. Kate's my fighter. So, Mandy, I think I'm going to have you buy a ship ticket, and then use the ship ticket, and then move to Sydney. And that's going to end your turn. Then it's Kate's turn. Kate's probably needs to stay here to get that clue. Oh, she already has a clue. Kate is going to focus. And then Kate's going to move here and end her turn because she already has a clue. Okay. That ends their turn. That ends their action. So now we go to the encounter phase. So Mandy's first. Mandy's in Istanbul. So we'll grab the Istanbul deck. Give it a shuffle. Shuffle it up good. And then grab one so we never have to shuffle that again. Alright, what you got? What you got? You're in Istanbul. The police have rounded up suspected political threats. You perform a service in exchange for a friend's freedom. You may gain an agreement condition to gain one random ally asset from the deck and one task unique asset. Ooh. Sure. So let's grab the agreement condition. I gotta grab all of them, which is these. And we'll shuffle them up, and you're going to take an agreement condition. So, boop, 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 boop. Agreement condition. Local action. Test influence -1. If you pass, you may spend 2 clues to discard this card. If I roll 1 die on a 1 or 2, the time has come for you to pay your dues. Oh boy. Alright, so you'll gain that. And it says you gain 1 random ally. Doop. Random is pull from the bottom. Random's always pull from the bottom. Conspiracy theorist. Ally. Gain +2 to observation during research encounters. On reckoning, roll 1 die. On a 4, 5, or 6, gain a clue. Cool. So that is that. And I gain 1 task unique asset. I'm just flipping through the unique assets because this stuff's massive. There we go. This'll do. What do we got? For the greater good. At the end of the mythos phase, you may spend clues equal to the number of investigations. Sacrifice yourself for the good of all mankind. No. No, thank you. That'll just be there to throw away if I need to throw it away. So that is the end of hers. Then we go to Mandy, who is here. So we're going to pull this. And that's going to shift to Antarctica. What do we got? Sydney. A group of men tell you they've uncovered a hidden city in the desert, but lack the financial means to explore it properly. Resolve the pass effect to help them secure funding, or resolve the fail effect to travel to the city on your own. Let's do the pass effect. The necessary equipment proves more expensive than you anticipated. Test influence. Okay, her influence is 3. So grab 3 dice and pass with a 5. All right. Is this a newer edition of Eldritch Horror? Or do you have a lot of extras from like Etsy? It's Etsy. I blinged it out, Cybermage. If you look at the previous video or in the description, actually look in the description. I've listed out everything I've used to bling out the game. So we pass. If you pass, you and your team explore the city and make a discovery. Gain 1 artifact. Sweet! So we gain an artifact. So the artifact deck is over here. And we then shuffle this. Oh, we don't. It's in alphabetical order. I don't want to shuffle it. So I gain an art. It doesn't say random, right? No, it says gain an artifact. So I'll pull off the top one. We got alien device. +3 to lore when resolving spell effects. You may spend 1 sanity to reroll any number of dice when you resolve a spell using that. Okay, well, not bad. I don't do spells much, but sure. That completes that, and then we got you doing this. So, what do we got? Research. Atlantis. The lost city of Atlanta. Many Atlanteans bear an unmistakable fish-like appearance, marking them as the hybrid children of deep ones. You attempt to steal precious objects from the temples in which they worship Dagon. So test observation -1, so you would be 4, but now it is 3. Yeah, that's a pass. It's a double pass. You succeeded. Gain 1 relic unique asset. Glyphs adorn the walls. Test lore. If you pass, the stars are in your favor. You may move the omen counterclockwise by 1 without advancing doom. If you fail, you suffer Dagon's wrath and gain a curse condition. Curse conditions suck! Alright, so gain 1 relic unique asset. So let's go back to the unique asset, see if we can just find something that says relic on it. We're just randomly pulling. Relic. Relic. Alright. Relic. When you perform a rest action, you may examine the fossils. Test observation. If you pass, flip this card. Alright, but now we have to test her lore, which is a 3. So we're rolling 3 again. How are we doing? We passed again. Yes! If you pass, the stars are in your favor. You may move the omen counterclockwise by 1 without advancing doom. So, if I move it back 1, this says when the omen advances. I'm assuming this means retreat, so I can put it there and not suffer the conditions. And then this will move from there to... Yeah, that ain't right. London. Because I know where that is. Then, we finished that. We go to the Mythos. So we draw the first Mythos card. And pay the pain. So, we increase the tracker by 1. Is that a green gate? Nope, that's a blue gate. Then the Reckoning. Son of a biscuit. Monsters on the board with Reckoning. You do not have one. There's none there. This has the Reckoning, so that sanity loss only happens when the omen advances to a blue space. There's no cultists on the board to deal with the Reckonings. Then Reckonings on us. For agreement, I need to roll a die. I rolled a 4. I'm okay, because only a 1 and 2, that's bad. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And that is it. And that is it. Oh, wait, you have another one, don't you? Yeah, Reckoning. Roll a die on a 4, 5, or 6, gain a clue. Got a 4. I get a clue. Sweet. Okay. Gain a clue. Then we spawn a gate. Rando gate. Where will you go? London. Splut a blow. Another blue gate. We gotta close these gates. That's kind of needs to be what it is. And a riot is on there. Ooh. Okay. That's awful. Alright. Then, these ancient constructions were more than just places of worship and repositories of knowledge. This is a hard one, too. See the tentacles? They were physical bulwarks against the creatures of nightmare that come from beyond. You can see brick by brick, those walls are coming down. Event. Overwhelming swarm. Spawn 1 monster on each space containing a gate, 1 monster on the active expedition space, and 1 monster on the mystic ruin space. Then each investigator encounters each monster on his space in the order of their choice. Well, we don't have any monsters on our space, but that sucks. So, 2 monsters. We're getting a monster. We're getting a Hound of Tyndalos here. We're getting a Ghoul here. We're getting a Wendigo here. And we're getting a Night Gaunt here. So, London sucks right now. That'll be that. London's not in a good place. Not in a good place. There's 3 monsters there. Alright, we gotta go clear out some garbage, alright? Kate, I think you can clear out some garbage in London, and I think that is what you're gonna do. So let's flip everybody over, pass to Mandy. And Mandy is going to do... You are not a fighter, Mandy. You are not a fighter. Mandy needs to... She is not a fighter. Are any of these just 1 healthers? Okay, Mandy, you gotta deal with it. We gotta minimize some of this damage. So what do we want to do? Kate's action needs to... I need her action to get there, so it's going to take a turn for us to get there for sure. It will take a turn. So I think what I'm going to do for Kate... Well, Mandy's first. Mandy. I think, Mandy, I'm going to have you buy a ship ticket and then use it and go to Buenos Aires. And that'll be it. Kate is going to move up here. And she is going to get her second focus. Next round, we're going to start clearing out some garbage. Then Daisy... Daisy, first let's see if you can buy something. So Daisy's going to shop. She got 2 4s, which per my rules equals 1 success. So she's got 1 money. And she's got this tear gas. You may discard this card to re-roll up to 2 dice when resolving a fight test during a combat encounter. Game over. Game over. In addition, reduce the monster's damage by 2 to a minimum of 1. So she shopped. And then I have her kind of central. And I think I'll keep her central. Let's do a test. Let's do the test, the observation test again to see if we can get another tome asset. Nope, that's a 1 and a 2. You're done. Okay. So Mandy was first, which she's in Buenos Aires, and she's going for this. And I didn't shuffle this deck. She's going for a clue. The only one without a clue is going for a clue. Yeah, she's in a city space. Many of the Order of Risen Stars ceremonial things have been left behind, and you think you could use them to piece together where the Order wizards went. You may spawn 1 gate to gain this clue and 1 additional clue. Ooh. No, she's not a fighter. I gotta let this one go. Nope. I gotta let it go. That's unfortunate. Nope. If she was a fighter, I probably would say so, but she is not. She would probably get destroyed by something. Kate is in the Americas. So is Mandy, but Kate is in Arkham. What do we got? Arkham, a sailor at the rope and anchor in Kingsport provides his help. Gain 1 non-ritual spell. You may offer what you offer what pay you can influence. If you pass, he thanks you gain 1 random magical asset from the deck. If you fail, he mutters arcane words and I lose 2 sanity. Okay, so I'm going to gain 1 non-ritual spell. Alright, non-ritual spell. I don't freaking know. Let's gain something for fighting. That's not a ritual. Nah, that's too few and far between. Yes, banishment. Oh, damn it, that's a ritual. It's like, that would have been great. Banishment would have been great. Call the Storm would be great. Clairvoyance. I'll go with clairvoyance. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to go with clairvoyance. I'm going to go with clairvoyance. So clairvoyance says, during the encounter phase, you may test lore. If you pass, you may choose to encounter a clue as if you are on its space, ignoring monsters on the space, and then flip the card. So that is Kate's pass. Then I need to test influence, and my influence is 2. Pass with a 6. That's what I'm talking about. Then gain 1 random magical asset from the deck. All right, so like I said, I grab from the bottom, hope it's until it's magical. Boom. There we go. We got Cultist Journal, Magical Tome, game +2 willpower and +2 strength during combat encounters. That is perfect for Kate. Oh, that's perfect. Yes. All right. So that is the end of she did, and then you need to do your Istanbul one. As you sleep, your path to the Dreamlands is blocked by nightmarish visions. Test willpower -1, which puts me at 2. If you pass, you dream of living out your entire life. Improve 1 skill of your choice. If you fail, you step off the path, gain a lost... Oh, no! Oh, no! No! You gotta roll 2 dice. And this says, lore. None of them have had me test lore yet, right? None of them? Nope. 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 Oh my god, this could be bad. Oh, passed, yes! That's a 6. Whew. If you pass, you find... Sorry, Harem. If you pass, you dream of living out your entire life. Improve 1 skill of your choice. Ermagerd. Observation, of course. Improve observation. Alright. Cool. So that is our stuff. Then we deal with this bad boy. Damn it. Oh wait, this is one that should have been taken out. Yeah, this is one that I take out. I forgot to remove this from the game. So I'll have to grab another green. Yeah, this one's... let's just... I knocked it all over. So let's reshuffle and grab another green. I take out specific cards because I'm like, when the game becomes too punishing, that's not fun. Alright, the same thing. This is the same symbol for every green, so that doesn't change that. It's just this is different. Alright, so... There's no dream portals on the game board. Yeah, we're not playing with dream portals, so that shouldn't be there. Hey, look, another hard one. What's this? Okay, this is fine. So advance this, Monster Surge, and clues. So advance this to blue. Couple things happen. There are 2 blue gates. So 1, 2. Then this says, when the omen advances to a blue space of the omen track, investigators as a group lose sanity equal when a gate spawned that corresponds to blue omen track. So we haven't done it yet. So when the omen advances to a blue space of the omen track, investigators as a group lose sanity equal to the amount of sanity in this sheet, then discard 1 sanity from the sheet. So this gets discarded. Goes down to 2. Then we're going to lose 3 sanity as a group. So 1, 2, 3. Cool. So that just happened when a gate spawns that corresponds to a blue omen. Oh, no, I screwed that up. There should have been 1 here and 1 here. Those are blue omens. So then a cultist would spawn on that space. Cool. We're good. Okay. Monster Surge. Good lord. 2 monsters per... These areas are inundated. They're inundated. So I'm just going to throw these up here. On the blue ones only. There's nothing I can do about that. And then 2 clues. 18. And the Himalayas. Alright, well, this is a hard one. So, the arcane forces you used to seal the portals to other worlds have proved insufficient to the task. The team in reality has ripped open, the tears in reality have ripped open again, worse than ever, and the horrors that you have driven back are now poised to return. Spawn a number of gates from the discard pile as indicated by the reference card. We don't have any in the discard pile. If there are no gates in the discard pile, spawn 1 gate instead. Okay, so our next gate is on the Amazon. It's a red gate, which will trigger next. And how many monsters are we going to throw on this one? Goat spawn. Building the mythos is the biggest part of setup for us. We have all the expansions, so we have to use formulas to balance easy, normal, and hard. Yeah. But right now there are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 monsters. There are 6 monsters. There and here there are 2, 4, 5 monsters. Yay! Alright, so there was no reckoning, thank God. And that just happened. Okay. Well, Kate said she was going to handle bitness, and she's going to handle bitness. So this moves to Kate. Kate is going to... There's a lot of stuff for Kate to do. Kate is going to move. She's going to do something, then she's going to move there. She's going to move here, and then she's going to use her action. If you are in a space containing a gate, discard 1 monster in that space with toughness less than your observation. My observation's 4. So the worst of these are going the heck away. So we got 2 3s, 2 2s, and a 1. And 2 1s, 2 2s, and 2 3s. So the 2 1s will hang. Move this monster. Before resolving the test, you may attempt to disperse the mob. If you do defeat this monster. Maybe I could get rid of that. This one sucks. You're out. You're out. Hound of Tentalus, you're out. So, she's going over there to handle some bitness. Alright, you still need a clue. So... let's buy a ship ticket. Ugh. Let's buy a ship ticket, use it, and then move up here. And then you... heaven help you. Move to Rome and gain a focus. Alright. You got stuff to deal with, and I get to choose the order I want to deal with this in. Cultists first. So cultists first. Cultists only have 1 health. This says gain +2 and +2 during a combat encounter. So we get, our fight is 2, +2 more is 4. So that's all we got to test there. We got 1 success. That's all we needed to block the damage and kill the cultists. I'm okay with that outcome. Who's next? Who next? Let's deal with the mob. Before resolving the fight test, you may attempt to disperse, which is what we're going to try to do. And we're only going to be rolling 1 die for influence. Ooh, let's spend the focus to re-roll that. Let's spend our other focus to reroll that. Yes, pass. Woo! It says if you pass, you defeat the mob. They're gone. Okay. What else you got, lady? The horde needs to be defeated. So, willpower is +2, so it's 4. I got 2, so I beat that, so I'm okay. Then fight is 2, 4, -1. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Damn it. I'm going to take 2 damage. Next beast. So it'd be 4 + 1, 5. We pass. And then just a regular 4. Son of a biscuit. I'm going to spend this clue. So I'm going to keep the 4 and reroll. That's a pass. Okay, so that was this one. So we'll take 1 damage and kill this one. She's going to die here. Then she's going to roll 4 dice. Pass. And then roll 2 dice. Fail. Oof, I take 1 damage. And that ends her turn with 1 health left. Oh my god. Okay. And it goes to Daisy in Rome. In a hidden room beneath the Colosseum, you find an ancient creature that once fought gladiators. Somehow the terrible beasts have survived and attacks you on sight. Test strength. If you fail, things are terrible. So her strength is 1 die. I passed! Oh my god, I passed! Alright, cool. Nothing happens if I... This is just a bad card. That's all. This is just a bad card. You are going for a clue. And you are on a city space. The light in the cities dim, and the stars shine down upon you with a harsh light. Test observation. If you pass, you discover a constellation that matches none of your star charts. Gain this clue. Cool. So our observation is 4. Pass. Gain me that clue, poor favor. So she'll gain a clue. And this says, when I have to pass a lore check. Which means I need to get to this space. Everyone has, well, almost everyone has the clues they need to make it. Alright. Please don't be terrible. Okay, so this goes to red. There is 1 red gate. Then we have a reckoning. Oh god, this is going to be awful. There's 2 monsters with reckonings on here. If there's an investigator on the space, move him and this monster 1 space, and they become delayed. Go to Rome. And I am delayed. And then spawn the zombie horde epic monster on this if you do discard this monster. That's why I was trying to kill this. So this monster is discarded. And the zombie epics coming out. I need to find them. 1 second. Nope, not you. Not you. This is just bad. the horde. The horde has arisen. Brood. Doppelganger. Need to find the horde. I did not think I would draw them, so I didn't prepare it. Oh, good lord. Ancient ones. This is the stuff you never see when people do recorded video, because this is what they do while they're trying to... when the camera's paused. This is a zombie horde. And they are stupidly strong. And they're there. Okay, so that's that reckoning. I've already done yours. Do you have any reckonings? Yes, the witch. Each investigator who has a curse condition loses a health. Nobody has one. The cultist has one. Place 1 sanity on the sheet. Then, no reckoning here. Reckoning's around, so you need to roll 1 die. And I rolled a 1. Sweet! I'm about to die. Let's flip this card. The contract doesn't seem half bad when you decide to sign, but now reading the fine print, you see you were a fool to think it was fair trade. Gain a dark pack condition, then roll 1 die. On a 1, flip your dark pack condition, then discard this card. Oh, God. Oh, no! No. Oh, boy. Well, this took a turn. This took a turn. Nope, that's not one, because I'm not playing with that. Yep. Yep. Unbreakable oath. You have begged those around you to never speak the name of the unspeakable one, but now that it has been spoken, you must pay the cost. Impair each of your skills twice, then discard this card. Impair each of your skills, not once, but twice. So this will go to a -1, -2, -2, -2, and hey, guess what? -2. Yay! The actual hell, man! Oh no, I have to roll again. A 4, I gain a clue. And then nobody else has a terrible... Oh no, the agreement condition's gone. Cool. And we spawn a gate. We spawn a gate. What are we spawning? Another red gate in the Himalayas. Pulling God knows what else. A Shoggoth. That thing sucks. And then pain. You receive an anonymous invitation to join an elite scholastic society that would allow you to indulge in the recuperative powers of their underground hot springs, and you join the other guests in studying just about any athletic, academic, or artistic pursuit you can imagine. Event. Each investigator resolves one of the following effects. Recover 1 health, 1 sanity. Lose 1 health and 1 sanity and gain a talent. This is the icicle one. So we don't need the talent. We're all recovering. So 1 health and 1 sanity. So you'll get your sanity back. You'll get your sanity back. 1 health and 1 sanity. Good lord. That sucked. Okay. Cool. That was fun. That was fun, right? That was fun. We're having fun. Pass this to Daisy. Daisy's going to spend 1 focus to get rid of this. Jesus. I need to get her here. She's going to buy a ship ticket. No, she can't. There's a monster there. She's going to move here, buy a ship ticket, and then move here with it. And that'll be her turn. Mandy. Oh, Mandy. I'm enjoying yelling at the TV. Yelling or laughing? Mandy is going to... I need to get here. Move here, and then she's going to gain a focus. Kate's going to use her ability to get rid of you, because you suck. And then she's going to rest, and it says when you perform a rest action, you may examine the fossils. So she's going to rest, boom, gain another health, and then test observation, which is 4. She got 2 successes. So she did this, and flipped this card. After analyzing the fossils for days, you come to the terrifying conclusion. You hold in your hands the proof of the alien life forms on Earth dating back to those thousands of years. Learning about the creatures from the past could help you combat them in the future. Gain 2 clues and retreat doomed by 1, then discard this card. Okay, so gain 2 clues. Retreat doomed by 1, but retreat does not advance. And then discard this card. Cool. Alright. That'll do. That'll do. Okay. Who has the first player? Daisy does. Daisy, you just... Oh my god. Where are you? You're on a city space. Daisy, you need Jesus. That's what you need. Gain a focus, lose a focus. That is her life right now. She just needs Jesus right now. Oh, you're right. Sorry, I always get that confused. Retreat doom. Sorry, I always get that confused. That's the Omen track in Doom. Retreat doom. I always do that. Alright. I do that constantly. I think I did a recording once where I did that twice. You are on a city space. The noise and the filth of the city is making it impossible to sleep, and insomnia takes a toll on your body. Yay! Roll 1 die. She will just be 1 die roll Daisy. 1 die roll. Fail! If you... Nope. If you fail, your exhaustion gives way to sickness. Lose 1 health. Okay, so she loses a health. 1 die Daisy. Alright. Where are you? You're in San Francisco. You read disturbing occult tomes from the Zebulon Farr collection. Test willpower. If you pass, you unlock hidden abilities within you. Gain 1 talent condition. If you fail, the monstrous words unhinge. You gain a madness condition. Okay, so 2 dice. Pass with a 5. Woo, that was close. So I'm going to gain 1 talent condition. All right. Grab rando talent. Nope, that's a madness condition. That is an injury. Let's see here. I'm finding like a bunch of Banes as I'm looking through here. There's more terrible things than good things in here. Alright, I gotta pull this up here, because I have them in alphabetical order. Corruption. Is blessed a talent? No, it's a boon. Damn it. I was like, I would love to have blessed. Detained, diseased. Funding. Nope, that's a deal. Haunted. Headstrong. That's a talent. We'll grab that one. Talent condition. Headstrong. Once per round, when you would lose sanity, you may test willpower. If you pass, prevent the loss of up to 2 sanity, then flip this card. Good job, Mandy. Alright, next up is Kate in Rome. When in Rome. You are invigorated by a visit to a magnificent cathedral. Improve willpower. In the basement, you find a mosaic depicting robed men bowing before a great fire. To your horror, it is surrounded by scorch marks that resemble human silhouettes. So then test willpower -1. So we improve willpower and then just test... Oop, that's the wrong one. We improve willpower, then we test normal willpower. That was a 6 and it hit that and went... Oh, you son of a... Okay. So... We gain a... We failed, so we gain a paranoid condition. When you perform a rest action, you may roll 1 die. If 5 or 6, discard it. On the Reckoning, test willpower. If you fail, flip the card. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, that could be coming up right now. What do we have? What do we have, folks? Oh, God. Okay, let's spawn 2 clues. We have the clues we need to advance. I just can't seem to find... I need to get 1 and Arkham. Arkham and 1. Then we got something going on here. A dozen unpleasant-looking strangers have settled into Panama with a large collection of astronomical reference books. There is something unique about this place and time that allows them to rip apart the fabric of reality. Ongoing rumor. As an encounter, an investigator on Space 7 may attempt to find the strangers based on his observation of the stars there. Test observation. If they pass, they convince La Policia to remove these strangers. They may spend clues equal to half the investigators to solve the rumor, and the omen gets advanced during every reckoning. Okay, so we need to put this on Space 7. Mandy, you have to take care of that. We don't have enough clues to solve it. Okay. Alright. Flip everybody back over. They're too much for her observation right now, which sucks. But we're going to pass the first player anyway to Mandy. You have tear gas. Tear gas could... Ooh, you will die. She's always rolling 1 dice. What do you want to do? You might have to go over there. But you don't have anything to fight with. Let's shop. Two successes. And I can gain a debt condition to add 2 successes to my test to make it a 4. Why the hell not? Of course it's a terrible idea. I hear you all yelling. It's a terrible idea. So she'll gain a debt condition to make it a 4. She's going to buy the Grizzly Totem that helps her with fighting. And she has 1 left over that she can't spend. Alright, and then she's going to move up to this clue and end her turn. Kate. Kate is going to rest. Kate's going up here. There's no way I can kill a 5 healther. There's no way. Kate's going to gain a focus. Kate's going to gain a train ticket. Then we're going to try to solve that rumor in a go. And that'll end her. You are going to move... Oh, God. It's so pointless to play you right now. You're going to move to Shanghai, and you're going to gain a focus. Alright. Mandy first. Clue. And Mandy is in a city space. Good. I need to get to wilderness or sea spaces, it seems. Wilderness space would have done it for me. You search an ancient text for any indication of the existence of Hyperborea. Test observation. Your observation is 4. I did not drop this. Pass. If you pass, you find a fable about a maiden from Koth who made a pact with a time-traveling sage. Gain this clue. This mystery kind of really does suck. Now she could go down there and solve this. Alright. Kate, Rome. Rome if you want to. You are in Rome. A priest requires your help in an exorcism. You invoke otherworldly powers to drive back the forces of the small child. Test. Lore. Alright, so this says, when you pass a lore test, resolving a spell effect. Son of a... Alright, I gotta wait for her to pass that. So, lore 3. Pass with the 5. If you pass, your faith is invigorated. Improve... Yeah, so this goes to 2. So her willpower is getting better. But I still can't do it only because it has to be during a spell test. And I could do it with Arcane Insight and Clairvoyance on the next turn. Kind of pissed about that. I've wasted tons of time. Alright. Jeez. Oh, Daisy. Oh, Daisy. Good luck. Good freaking luck. What do you got? Daisy is in Shanghai. When Chen Wang's priest brings you a gift, gain 1 random tome asset from the deck. Okay. Usually from the bottom. Got 1. She loves tomes. So you may re-roll 1 die when resolving a fight test as part of an illness or injury condition. When you perform a rest action, recover 1 additional health. Alright. He asks you to speak of your troubles. Roll 1 die. If you fail, lose the sanity. Okay. Fail. Sanity. Done. Okay. Reckoning. Oh no. Well, bad stuff's still happening. It's gonna go here. There are 2 gates. 1, 2. We lose as a group 3 sanity. 1, 2, 3. Lose 1. Monster Surge. On the blue gates only. Yay, it's gonna get worse. Maniac and Amigo. And this is just getting worse. Good lord. And then spawn 2 clues. 8 and 19. 18, 20, 17. And how's 19? 19. And 18. Alright. Okay. When the medium regains consciousness, he explains that the powerful shadow that threatens this world has pushed too hard. Time and space would take no more and have retaliated, pushing back against the Ancient One's horrible design. Retreat doomed by 1 for each gate on the board that corresponds to the current omen. Oh, that is awesome! Yes. Then discard each of those gates and spawn 1 gate for each gate discarded this way. Even better. Monsters stay, but the gates go away. Gates discarded. First gate. It's a blue gate in Antarctica. Second gate. Sydney. Red gate. Alright. So it says spawn a gate. So that means a monster's going to fart out of there. I'm running out of monsters in the monster bag. We've got a ghoul and a dark young. Dupe, dupe, dupe. Okay, this passes to Kate. I can't fight that mob. I could deal with these, but I can't fight that mob. What do you got? You're a 4. Where'd this come from? This should be on 8. I have a train ticket, right? I'll use the train. I'll use the move to go here. The train ticket to go here. And then I'll gain a focus. You will spend this to save your freaking wretched life to turn this to a -1. And then, well, hell. You'll do your test. Where is it? This one. Choose yourself or an investigator to test this -2. Roll 1 additional die for each tome asset you have. So it's my stuff is 4. -1 for this. -2 for this, which would get that. And then I have 1, 2, 2, so I get that back. I passed with a 5. So I passed. Clue goes there. Because that said with a spell effect, which is what I just did. Then it says, if you pass, that investigator gains 1 clue. She is going to do this all on her frickin' own. So, good job. Good job. So then, Mandy's turn. She's on a city space. She's going to buy a ship ticket and move here. Oh, and I was supposed to flip this card, wasn't I? Then flip this card. Resolve the effect on... I got 1. Knowledge floods your mind, straining your moral brain. The investigator loses 1 sanity for each clue they have unless they have a tome possession. And I do, so that doesn't happen. We won't lose anything. I have 2 tomes. Let me shuffle this up. Put that back. And we're good. We're all good. Okay. You're a lead investigator. You're in a city space. A gravestone has been defaced with strange symbols. Test 3. That's not a pass at all. Oh, I could use a focus. Use my focus to re-roll. That is a pass. Yes. If you pass, the symbols leads you to buried treasure. Gain one random magical asset from the deck. Any magical asset, huh? Magical asset. That would be in the curio shop. I'm going to grab the Elder Sign. I'm grabbing the Elder Sign. You may reroll one die when resolving a willpower test during a combat encounter. Reduce the horror of the monsters you encounter by 1 to a minimum of 1. That will work for you getting healed up and going up there to clear that nonsense. Alright, so that does that. We are here for you. We test observation. Holy what? Spend that. Wow, that's just bad. Holy crap. Yep, that's it. Fail. So sad. Good lord. Okay. Okay. Cool. That was yours. I did hers. I didn't do hers, which was Shanghai. You offer notorious crime Dong Yung Shen a bribe to help you test. Roll one die and try to pass. And not pass. I passed! Holy crap, roll a 5. If you pass, he arranges a specialist to tutor you. Improve one skill of your choice. We're going to improve lore. Let's get that back to 4. Okay. God. Oh god, 2 rumors. Okay, spawn clues. Oh boy. London and 10. Okay. Then we got Shanghai with 4 tokens on it. Dozens of opium addicts have been discovered trapped in a catatonic state. Their minds are now conduits between reality and the world of the dreams. Dreams of lands beyond. As an encounter, an investigator on Shanghai may attempt to free the victims from this catatonic state. Before dreams and reality become one. You know you're only supposed to take that -1 now, right? You know you're only supposed to take that -1 now, right? Oh, because of her impairment? When there are no Eldritch... So, as an encounter, an investigator in Shanghai may attempt to free the victims from their catatonic state before dreams and reality become one. Test observation. If they pass, -2 is a -1 now. No, I remember sorry, you didn't see me do that. One of the house rules I do because getting rid of what's the word I want to say? Impairments make the game annoying, and they're very hard to get rid of. So in the previous video, I said a house rule is that you can spend a focus to reduce an impairment by 1. You can only do it once per turn, but that's what you can do. So that's why I moved it from a 2 to a 1, and then the improvement got rid of it. So it wasn't it's no longer there. Oh, good lord. So all the gates are going to spawn if I don't take care of this thing. And there are 4 Eldritch tokens on it. I don't like this mystery. This mystery is very difficult. Well, it's not difficult. I probably would have solved it by now if I was smart. Let's put it like that. Alright, bank. Bank, bank. Boom. She's gonna do her ritual. So it's 4 -2. But then I increase it for how many tomes I have, which is back to 2. Pass with 1. So it says gain a clue. I gain a clue. Then I flip this. Achieving ultimate knowledge requires only a small sacrifice. Lose 1 health. Then flip and shuffle this card. 1 health goes down. And we shuffle. And that was her first action. Her second action is she's going to rest. God, this just kills me. That's insane. Okay. Cool. That is her turn. She's done. Where are you, Mandy? Mandy's still there. Mandy's going to gain a focus. Mandy's going to buy a ship ticket on a city space. Kate. Do or do not, right? That's kind of the Kate way. Do or do not. Kate's going to buy a ship ticket, move, and then move to Tokyo. She's going to die. She's going to die right. Alright, so first person was you. You are in Shanghai. A Taoist wizard gives you Lao, a drug that can project your mind through time if your spirit is strong. Roll 1 die. Roll 1 die and see what happens. Sure. 3, fail. What happens? If you fail, gain 1 madness condition. That sounds fun. There's tons of them in here. I'll just grab a natural one. Nope. Yep, there we go. Bingo. When you perform a rest action, you cannot recover sanity. Roll a die on a 4, 5, 6. Discard this card. When the reckoning happens, terrible things happen. Alright. You got to deal with this. Alright, so we're doing this again. This is observation 4. Pass. So if it passes, you convince the policia. We spend 2 clues and get this thing the hell out of here. Okay. That's you. Then you. Alright, Kate. We got work to do. We got work to do. You're last. You're before that. You're gonna be in that level. You'll be first. You'll be second. There we go. We're gonna do it in this order. The cultist first. Alright, so we're doing the fight test. So we're rolling 4 dice. And we just need 1 success. I said 1 frickin' success! I'm gonna spend the clue. Keeping the 4. There we go. And that kills the cultist. You. We're gonna roll 2, 4, 6 dice. Yeah, that's a pass. And then it would just be 2 dice. This would be 4 minus 2, 2 dice. pass with 2, so I block both, and I kill this one. If you defeat this monster during a combat encounter, you may gain a dark pack condition to discard 1 monster from any space. Yes. Even if it kills me. I'm killing that 4 healther. That 4 healther sucks. Gain a dark pack condition, the 4 healther is gone with you. The hell out of here. Okay. And we got this one. We're rolling 6, 4, 6. 3 successes, we're good. And then we're rolling 4. 2 successes, block that, kill you. If you defeat this monster during a combat encounter, you may lose 1 sanity and move 3 spaces instead of resolving another encounter. Ooh. I think I am. I think I played it too close on that one. Because I could come back in, get rid of you, or you. Because this one says if you fail the test, do not resolve the fight test. So I can get rid of you. And then I could try to see what's there. Ugh. So I took out 3 of them, and I'm going to move there. Oh, man. Thinning this herd is rough. Wait. Oh, there's not a clue. If there was a clue on that space... If there's a clue on that space, I could have done this to put another clue on there. Okay. So we did all 3. Omen advances to green. No green gates. And it says no green gates, nothing to worry about. Reckoning. Roll 1 die on 1 or 2 advanced doom. Awesome. What are you doing? Discard the nearest clue and move this monster to that space. That's London. That's that. You get back all your health. Roll 1 die. A 1 or 2. It's cocked die. 6. Okay. Then what do we got here? No one has a curse condition. Then this. Discard 1 Eldritch token from it. Nothing happens with you. You get to roll a die. So you don't gain a clue. Then I need to test willpower. Oh, God. Well. The hunger has been growing for days, and you lose control to your gluttonous desires. When you awake, your hands and face are smeared with blood, and your companion lies dead before you. Another investigator on your space loses 2 health, and you lose 1 sanity and discard 1 ally asset. Then flip this card. I lose an ally asset. I lose a sanity, and nobody else is on my space. That sucked. You have adept condition. Your creditors seem almost forgiving when you tell them you cannot pay your dues. They beg you not to worry, but their kind expressions change as you eat the meal they've offered you. Gain a poison condition, then discard this card. Amazing. Poison condition. When you perform a rest, you cannot recover health nor sanity. Flip this card. Cool. You you've got two problems. You've got paranoia to test willpower, so I'm going to roll 4 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pass. Okay. And then roll a die. Roll a die. We luckily did not. We passed that. Okay. Then we spawn a gate. Gate is in Shanghai, and it is red. And we're spawning a Gug. That is stupidly strong. It has been the perfect setup, and you were the perfect patsy. The stage evidence was overwhelming, and no jury would ever see beyond the viciousness of the murder. The fact that the victim was your friend somehow only further implies your guilt. The lead investigator chooses an investigator with an ally asset. That investigator discards 1 ally asset and gains the detained condition. I don't have any allies. You've killed them all. So, someone's getting a detained condition. We'll put it on Mandy. She seems guilty. You cannot move or perform actions other than the action on this card. Cool. You got rid of this. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Oh, if you're gonna die, it's gonna be now. Let's test this arcane thing. Roll 2 dice. Pass. So I gain a clue. And I put that clue on here. And then I'm going to do the local test to test this, rolling 1 die. I pass. Detained is removed. Oh, you're going to die, but you'll go the best way you know how. Alright, so then... Oh, and I'm supposed to flip this. All knowledge of all times and places assaults your feeble mind, shredding your previous perceptions of reality. The investigator loses 2 sanity unless they have a tome possession, so they do. Shuffle these up. Okay. Then... That's what I did for you. What are you gonna do? I don't frickin' know. When you perform you're gonna perform a rest action to flip this card. The rash covering most of your body continues to spread. You are regularly stricken with fits of coughing and has become hard to move. Test strength. Nope! Flip that card. So it says, if you fail, those around you fear your illness and run away. If you have an ally asset, discard it. And that's it. So that's 1, and I'll gain a focus for 2. You. Bye. And I'm going to use... I'm getting rid of the... I'm getting rid of this one, the vampire. Alright. You are on a city space. City. You step forward to protect an innocent bystander from a gang of thugs. You should not have done that. 1 die. Reroll. Reroll. There we go. We pass. If you pass, you believe you recognize the victim. Gain 1 character unique asset. Character unique. Just looking for the first one. First character unique asset I find. Professor Rice. When you gain this card from the deck, gain 1 relic unique asset. Come on. After resolving an expedition encounter or a Mystic Ruins encounter, gain 1 clue. So I gain the card, and I gain a relic unique asset. Okay. When you gain this card from the deck, improve 1 skill of your choice. You invoke the tablet's power, but at what cost? Flip this card. Okay, so improve 1 skill. Let's do... Let's do fighting. Yeah, let's do lore. Sorry, willpower. Put us up to 3s. Okay, your turn. You've got 2, 4, 6, -1, 5. Pass. So that doesn't work. And then we've got 4 -1, 3. Got 1 success, which kills you. Get the hell out of here with that nonsense. And you, we get 2, 4, 6, +1, 7. We pass, and we only need 1. We got 3. And then we do 4. One, 2, which is enough. Oh my gosh, she cleared it. And because she cleared it, we get to draw a card. Go on, Kate. Go and do it. Tokyo is clean. Captain Isaac Terra of the Imperial Japanese Navy takes particular interest in your investigation. You describe the threats that the world is facing. Ooh, this is a 1-dyer. 1 die. 1 die to rule them all. Pass! Whoo! If you pass, you convince him to help you. 1 monster of your choice on any space loses 3 health. You! Oh no, you only have 4 health. Up here. You die. I would have helped you, but it has 4 health. Sorry. Sorry! Cool. You've got problems, Mac. So you're gonna roll 1 die for this. Fail, so you'll take 2 sanity. And then you're rolling 1 die. Oh god, she's gonna die. So she takes 2 damage. Going down to, so you take 1, 2, going down to 2 health. Oh my word. Alright, so we go to blue. There is no blue gates. But we as a group need to take 2. 1, 2. Then monster spawn. This is just getting worse. It's going to be the same monsters coming back out. Oh wait, there's no gates for monster spawn to go on, so I would spawn a gate. Roam, and it gets 1 monster on it. Oh, actually, nope, there's a blue gate right here. So it would do that. Put that back. And then this would go here and here. So no gate spawn. And then clues. This is awful. San Francisco and Antarctica. Alright. You remember something from your earliest childhood. It was a simple rhyme someone told to comfort you when you were afraid. Little by little, the words return, and they and as they do, you feel safe again. Perhaps these words have more meaning. Each investigator gains 1 focus, may gain 1 focus, spend 1 focus to gain 1 clue, or spend 1 clue to gain a glamour spell. You're going to gain a focus. You're going to gain a focus. You're going to gain a focus. Oof, oof, oof. Oof. I can clear it with this if I come here, which is what I think Kate's going to do. Kate's going to buy a... Ooh. Or she's going to gain... She can defeat monsters to clear up some of this nastiness. She's going to... But her power comes from this, which can end that. So instead, I think what she will do is she's going to buy a ship ticket, use it, and then move here. And try to deal with that monster. You are going to do your test. So you roll 2 dice. You pass. I was supposed to roll 2 more. Forgot about that. So she got 2 on the pass. So I would gain a clue. I'll put that clue on here, ending this silly thing, and then flip this card, and I'm okay. Shuffle. Alright, so that was her first action. Her second action is we are going to spend this focus to... No, we're going to move. You're no longer detained. Move to Tokyo, and you're done. Then, you, Mandy. You're going to buy a train ticket and go to San Francisco. Okay. Kate first. I'm going to use this. During the encounter phase, you may test lore. If you pass, you may choose to encounter a clue as if you are on its space, ignoring monsters on that space. So I'm rolling 3 dice. Fart. So I gotta do this. Then flip this card. If you rolled any 1s, Discard the nearest clue on the game board, which will be this. That is not what I wanted to have happen. Now I gotta deal with this Shoggoth. Dadgummit. Alright. So we're doing 2, 4, 6. 2 successes, 3 successes, and I needed 3, thank God. And then this is the hard part. I'm only rolling 2 dice. I need both of these to be successful. Neither of these were successful. I take 2 damage. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Your turn. And you're in Tokyo. Takes action. A monster of your choice on any space loses 2 health. The thought police then question you. Okay, so we're killing something with 2 health. You. Die, zombie. You're gonna spawn a horde. Bye-bye. Okay. Then we need to test rolling 1 die. We're gonna re-roll that die. Oh, God. What happens? We're gaining an amnesia condition. Cool. When you perform a rest action, you may roll it down to 5 or 6, discard this. Cool. And your turn, you're going for the clue. A strange man claims to be a native of Fencoris. You ask him for details. If you pass, he reveals that he is blah blah blah. The city to gain the clue in 1 talent condition. If you fail, become delayed. Okay, so I'm rolling 2 dice. Because that's how I roll. Holy crap. Let's re-roll 1 of those dice. Nope, 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 nope. I become delayed. So I need to spend an action to flip back over. Cool. Oop. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The reckoning. Woohoo! Alright, so what do we got here? Mob. Roll a die. Yep, that's about right. Advance doom by 1. Then you. Okay. Then you heal the full. Then the card. Nothing there. Then us. Test. Roll 1 die. According to the paperwork written in your own hand, you took out a loan and made unspecified promises of repayment. To your dismay, there's no sign of the money or what you could have spent it on. Gain a debt condition. Solid. Everything's coming up, Canje. Come on, where is it? That condition. Hunger. Test willpower. Fail. Lose an ally asset and a sanity. Flip it back. Lose a health. Fun stuff for you. 4 dice. Pass. Pass that paranoia. Pack condition. Roll a die. What do you think I'm going to roll? Oh, 4. Okay. And that is it. Spawn a gate, which we knew this was the Rome gate. Number 4. Getting a goat spawn on it. Cool! Once inside the lodge, your host invites you to follow him upstairs. Several members stare in astonishment. Outsiders are rarely granted such access. At the top of the stairs, you are ushered into a library filled with a rare and exotic tome. Now, he says, how can I help? Each investigator may do one of the following. Gain a spell, gain an asset, gain a clue. Okay, so you need Jesus. You're going to gain a tome asset. It doesn't say random, so I'm going to grab another tome asset for you. When you gain this card from the reserve, it wasn't from the reserve. Reduce the horror of monsters you encounter by 1. So you'll gain an asset. You'll gain a clue. You'll gain a spell. I want something for hit monsters. Enchant weapon. Sounds fun. Feed the mind might be good. Oh! Instead of giving you a tome, I'll give you feed the mind. I won't give you a tome. I'll put that at the bottom. Feed the mind helps her improve her skills. You gained a clue, and you are going to gain something for fighting. Marking of Isis. That will work. Marking of Isis says gain +1 to all skills. Once per round, you may reroll 1 die. So you'll gain the Marking of Isis to do +1 to all skills. What, +1 there. +1 there. +1 there. +1 there. And +1 here will take me to a... Oh, I think 2 is as high as you can go. I wish I could go to 3, but 2 is as high as you can go. Okay, that's the end of that. Oh, that's the end of that. Which ends this nonsense. 1 down. Next one. Time immemorial. The machinations of the Order of Rising Stars has reached a critical juncture, and across the world, the Order works to harness the power that in aeons past fueled ancient civilization. But for what purpose? When this card enters play, place 1 Eldritch token on each of the following spaces: 2, 8, 9, and 21. As an encounter on a space containing an Eldritch token, you may attempt to disrupt the ritual. If you pass, you may spend 2 clues to place this Eldritch token on the card. So we just need 2 of them to finish this. Alright, so 2. Place an Eldritch token on 2, 8, 9, and 21. We got work to do, people. Alright. We haven't had a reckoning. Oh, yes, we did. A token should have come off here for the reckoning. Let me move this over here so I don't keep forgetting it. Okay, so you ready, you're delayed. Pass this. You're going to do your action of Feed the Mind. So you're going to roll 4 dice. And not pass a damn one. Spend a clue to reroll 1 die. Pass, thank God. If you pass, choose an investigator on your space to improve one skill. Let's do willpower. Seem to be testing that a lot. I flip this card. She's dead. Oh, discard this card unless you lose 2 sanity. She's not dead. Okay. That was fun. That was a fun time to have. Discard that. No need to die. That's her first action. Her second action is she's going to rest. Can she rest? Nope. She can't. Well, when you rest, test this. I roll a 3. Alright, so boop, boop. Then, that's the end of your turn. You need to spend 1 action to get up. And then we need 2 clues, so you're going to stay where you are, which means you're going to gain a focus. And you're going to rest to flip this and test strength. Cock die. Pass! Thank God. And that rest gives me 1 and 1. Okay. Okay. Alright. That was your only action. Then your turn. You got stuff to do, don't you? You are going to move away from this gate. Come here. And then you're going to buy a train ticket. Okay. No. You're going to buy 5 health. What the frick, man? Actually, no, you're not going to buy a train ticket. You are going to test one of these craps. You're going to perform a rest action. Roll a die. You got a 5. Get rid of paranoid. And you did rest. 1 and 1. And you're done. Okay. You are going for... Who's first player? You. You are going for Tokyo. Oh, awesome, Mighty Jester. How's it going? Thanks for saving the world. So, Tokyo, Azume Namio and his soldiers strike. Discard 1 monster on any space with toughness 2 or less. If you prove to be worthy, Namio shares Lion Island's secrets with you. Alright, so 2 or less, huh? You got a 1, 5, 2. Anyone with 5, 2, 1, 2, 4, 4, 2. Get rid of you. Okay. Then I need to test. What the frick, man? I passed! Holy crap! Holy crap! If you pass, gain 1 boon condition. Yeah, I'm gaining blessed. That is my boon condition I am gaining. Now, 4s are full-on successes. Holy crap. What? Alright, your turn. You're going for the clue. On a city space. You investigate ties between the Order of Rising Stars and the fish-like men of the sea. Test observation. So observation is 4. Blast! Pass with a 3, people. If you pass, you learn that they have spotted searches. They have been spotted searching for sunken ruins together. Gain this clue. All right, so we gain that clue. So that's the 2 for us to move to the next one. All right, you are on a city space. You do what you can to alleviate the city's widespread poverty. Test influence. If you pass, citizens gratefully offer to share their knowledge. Gain 1 talent. If you fail, lose a sanity. Okay. So this is influence. I roll 3 dice. Pass. I gain a talent condition. I've already got headstrong. No, I don't. You have headstrong. What's another talent condition? Composed. It's a talent condition. And a boon. When resolving a test, if you do not roll any ones, you may reroll all of your dice. When you fail the test, flip this card. Okay. That's the end of that. Here we go. Alright, so this goes to blue. There's one blue. Then we all as a group lose one sanity. You seem to be able to be fine taking that. Then we do the reckonings. Oh, I have to roll a die. Let's not kill ourselves. What was I thinking? Cool. You have to roll another die. Is it a 1 or 2 or just a 1? 1 or 2. You heal the full. And that's it. Cool. Spawn a gate. Blue gate in Buenos Aires, which brings out a cultist. And a zombie. Are you finished kicking me in the pants yet? They drank only enough to leave you alone and the rest of their victims weak and disoriented. No matter how much you begged for help, the police never took any. Plague of Vampires. Each investigator impairs unless they spend 1 health or 1 sanity. Then repeat this process for each other skill. F you! No way! So she has to lose for these two. Impair that. So she's going to lose 1 health or 1 sanity. So we'll do 1-1. So all that work I just did just got undone. All the work I just did just got undone. What about you? I don't care anymore. They've been impairing. Then repeat this process for each other skill. I need to pull this card out of the game. This is brutal. Since I'm not using. You know what? I'm gonna use Diana next time. Trust that. All right. Well. Cool. Nah. Yeah. That doesn't matter. And I'll lose 1 sanity for this. And then you just do this, 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 and this. All that work I just did. Undone. Cool. Thanks a lot, game. It's fantastic. Love it. Love it. Love it. And the reckoning was on this too. Love it. Now it's impossible for me to pass that test. Oh, and this says when you gain a clue, place 1 Eldritch token on this card, then you may flip this card. I forgot to do that when I gained a clue. You're going over here. And you're going to gain a focus because you're going to need Jesus. Or the frick are you going? It doesn't even matter. Gain a ship ticket. No, you'll die. You know what? Who cares? Gain a ship ticket, go here. We're not beating this. And then what are you going to do? You're going to gain You're going to gain a focus and then relieve one of these impairments that you live your life with. And that will end your turn. Alright. Mandy's first. What are we resolving? Rolling 2 dice. Actually, it's 1 die, because it's -1. So it would be 3, impaired -1, and then -1 again. It's only spell effects. Yep. 2, reroll. 2, reroll. Let me guess. 2! Alright. Where are you? You're fighting stuff, right? You're fighting stuff because you don't care if you're dead now. So let's do this. We're rolling willpower 5, -1, 4. Complete failure for 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to attack for rolling 1 die. Failure. She is dead. Okay. Which I think when they die, Doom advances. Which flips this over. Spawn the Cthulhu epic monster on spot 3. Then each investigator loses 1 sanity. Place sanity on this sheet equal to the number of investigators. Yep. Yep, I won't read the final mystery until we solve this nonsense. Cool. So that was her and her. What are you doing? I think we're just about to call this. You get a random service from the deck. He teaches you to invoke the bag of beasts. Blah, blah, blah. You may discard any number of possessions to cause one monster of your choice on any space to lose an equal amount of health. Alright, so we're going to gain a service asset. A random one, which is at the bottom. Task. Service. When you gain this card, immediately recover 3 health and 3 sanity and gain 1 boon condition. That's funny. I think then discard this card. I don't even care. Okay. So then we could discard any number of possessions. I should do for the greater good. At the end of the Mythos phase, I'm going to do for the greater good and see what happens. No. We're good. But thanks for that, though. Alright. Mythos. Let's make things worse. Gate goes to green. No green gates. Reckoning. Good lord, what happens when it would advance? The sanity goes up! Roll a die. Is it a 1 or 2 or just a 1? A 1 or 2. So add another sanity to this. You do the same. Okay. What are you doing? I'm not doing that. You are going to add a sanity to the ancient one sheet. It's no point in spawning that thing. We're dead. You would heal all, and that's it. Cool. Then the reckoning here. There is no reckoning there. Blessed condition. Will I roll a 1? Yes! Goodbye. What about you? Flip this card. So men jump out to punch me in the face. I can spend the clue. If you do not spend the clue, move to a random space and become delayed. Then discard this card. We're not done yet. Test willpower. 2! Sweet! I lose the sanity, and I don't have any allies. Flip this back. What about you? You don't have anything and you're dead. So, cool! Then, gate spawn. Red gate. All of them. Better than ever. Sure, that guy. Why not? Then, for each clue an investigator has, that investigator discards that clue unless they spend 1 health or 1 sanity. Boom, boom, she's dead. What about you? Boom, boom, you're down to 1. You're down to 1. I know I could say or, but as you can see, I'm rushing this through because this has just become pointless. And this would have popped off. Discard 1 Eldritch token from this card when there's none. Spawn gates equal to 2. Spawn 5 gates. 1, 2, 3 at the pyramids with one of these guys. 4 in Istanbul. 5 in Tunguska. Shall we call it? Monsters. You. Not you. You. Here and there. Solid. Oh, and Doom would have advanced, which would have done that. All right. Come on, Mandy. We're going down swinging. She's going to gain a focus. And then she's going to spend it to get rid of this. What you got, Mandy? Alright, so you're going to test... Yep, so you're going to roll 2 dice. Hey, you passed. And you're going to spend 2 clues to do that. Then that would end her turn. That was her encounter. So then we pull here. Gate kicks to this, and she dies. Game done. It's over. Oh my gosh, that was insane. Insane. World's consumed. Think we're good. Think we're good. That first one was rough. I should have read that because I could have started on this 3 rounds in with Daisy. What the last one would have been? If you would gain an artifact, you may gain grotesque statue. At the end of Mythos phase, you may spend 3 clues and discard 2 spells and the grotesque statue to solve the mystery. That's doable. When you close a gate, that corresponds to a current omen. You may spend 1 clue to place 1 clue on this card. When there's 2, pass, doable. After you resolve a research encounter, you may spend 1 clue gained to place that clue on this card, and we just need 3. Very doable. So the bottom 3 were the doable ones that I just didn't get. Holy crap. Looks about right? Looks about like your game. Alright, that's going to end this playthrough. No mas. Alright, that's going to end this playthrough. So Thursday is Thanksgiving, so there won't be any streaming there, but I may stream tomorrow and Friday and Saturday. No, Saturday I'm recording Explored, so I may stream tomorrow and Friday. I'm not sure yet, so TBD. I know I'll have to cook, so I have to be awake while I'm making the food, so I'll probably stream something while it's in the oven. So tomorrow might be a a later night stream for everyone to try out. And Friday, I might stream something as well. So we'll see how it goes. All right, that's going to be all for today. Thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out with me. I still love Eldritch Horror, even though it kicks me in the teeth every time. But I still love it. Other than that, I love you. For those who celebrate, have a happy and safe Thanksgiving. And I'll see you next time. I love you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Bye, everybody.